Um, Good morning, good afternoon, hello. Um, so basically, yeah. Oh, this is really weird. Um, okay, so I wanted to. I apologize, my hand is shaking. Oh shit. Okay, today is beer day. Now I just worked, um, and I wanted to make a video. And I'm a little nervous. What I want to say to you is I want to address you. Excuse me. I want to show you myself as I really am, as you would see me if you passed me on the street, um, in a very typical sort of setting, rather than like a job interview or some bullshit, something like that. Um, Now, so there's a lot of you out there, and I didn't really kind of know that before, and so I want to address you. A lot of you are my friends. There's a ton of you out there, and I just never knew that. I mean, I knew you were out there. I knew you had to be out there, but it was never like in the forefront of my mind. You see? Okay. So, all right. Today, there's two of you. So some stuff has happened recently, and there's been a big. I'm making a big change up here. I have to, unfortunately. Um, so so what has happened is, since I got back to Canada, I've had a lot of trouble, and I had presumed this whole time this was the looking around, make sure like no strangers walking by me here. So I presumed it was the intelligence service or some kind of intelligence. But as it turned out, you could say they made it very clear. And yeah, that's true to an extent. This is a very strange place to be filming. We're right by a train station. Somebody's over there yelling themselves, I think, or at somebody. Anyway, it's easy to get distracted. And I'd hate that somebody sit behind me and listen to my video, not knowing any of the details. So, anyway, I just got off work. And my work today, I work for a temp agency. And what I did today is we went over to, I don't know if you know Cintas. Cintas is the uniform, they do uniforms, work uniforms. They provide uniforms and some equipment. And so today they did dirty laundry for restaurants. So in the Vancouver area, if you have a restaurant, you can have a contract with Cintas to provide you with your laundry needs. And so they'll come and pick up your laundry, you bag it up, and then they'll launder it and wash it. And you may not get back the exact same things, but you'll get back Cintas uniforms. So they're the same. It's like, what's the difference between a fork is a fork? So that's what I did today. I was sorting the dirty laundry from Vancouver on a sorting table, and then we put it in bins. And yeah, I mean, it's really smelly work, and they have a problem with their laundry at this facility. They're backed up, and they've been backed up for a couple weeks, and the stuff's outside. It's been rained on, and it's moldy and rotting, and it's dirty work. It's dirty work, and it's messy work, but it's work. And unfortunately, with work like this, I work compulsively. Sometimes, oftentimes, it's really hard for me to pace myself. So I'll show you. I'm doing this with my hand, so you can see it. Okay, so it's hard for me to pace myself. Anyway, so that was my morning from 8 to 12. It's Saturday, and yeah, that's what I did. And I'm having a nice cold beer, and I'm gonna head downtown to meet a new friend of mine, and talk to him about some interesting things, some spiritual things, or not really. Let me fix that. Some scientific things that fall under the guidelines of mysticism. Mysticism is sort of like mystical, supernatural stuff. Religion is the explanation of the supernatural in an understandable, acceptable form for the given culture that one would be addressing. So, in today's world, if you saw a ghost, we say, oh, it's a ghost. I saw a ghost. Everyone understands that. A scientist will dismiss it and say, you saw nothing. But the wise man, of which I am, thank you very much. Okay, the wise man, or the guy who knows something more, or a true scientist, is going to tell you, you saw something, but science doesn't know what it is. So this is where we are. Now, I've got a big problem. A big problem. I figured, so I was in Romania, you know? So I was in Romania I left in October sometime. And I came back to Canada because I missed my son so much, and I had given up at that point. Not on life, but on the great mission that I was on. And I mean, I've traveled the whole world trying to accomplish what I wanted to do. And what I want to do, what I would like to do, is I'd like to fuck up the Americans and the West in general. And I'd like to overthrow the entire capitalist system. And I've been given a plan on how that goes forward, how to do that. And on how to introduce humanity to a new world. You know, I'm just one guy. I can't promise you a new world order. But what I can promise you is that you guys can create a new world order. That we can change everything. But what you have to do is you have to introduce that element of change. So I introduced that, and everybody jumped on board. And there are people all over the world that are into that. And I unfortunately became this de facto figure, and this almost a de facto leader. I never quite saw myself that way, though, you know? And I expected that, you know, I would have met my future wife. I call her MM. And that means oh God, this is horrible. Okay, I just realized I'm doing exactly what my values do, what we do. We make acronyms out of everything that's important. Everybody's names, they're not, my son isn't Andrew Ved, he's AV. I'm not Andrew Murphy, I'm AM. Like when you're factually referring to someone. In writing, you could do that, and almost every word gets abbreviated, you know? And it becomes almost a comic relief. But I guess it makes technical conversations a lot quicker, and that's important. So I anticipated over the past 10 years certain events to pass of their own accord. Like almost like, what is it? We have hi there, a supernatural belief in things, right? So we expect to go ahead. There's somebody over there. People think like they see you talking. When cell phones first came out, I saw this woman and she was having this incredible conversation, and my friend said, "That woman is so crazy." And then we were looking at her. She was dressed so nice. She had these gold rings and proper hair and everything. And he said, "Wait a minute. I think she's on the phone." And she had an earpiece in. I just got a notification here on my phone that I'm at 15% battery power. So I'm going to have to go. I think I'll have to find a better place to do my next video, but there's some really important shit I need to talk to you guys about, and that's why I deleted my blog. Okay, I deleted it. It didn't get deleted. I haven't been disappeared. Or I'm not dead. I'm perfectly fine and healthy. Unfortunately, I'd prefer to be out of here. You know, seriously. I would seriously prefer not to be in this world at all. So I'm gonna have to explain that to you guys. But basically, to sum it up, I expected, I timed it out. Okay, so it had to be in 2 years from the time I was in Romania. And I realized I don't have to do anything. I can just abandon everything. I don't have to do any more work. There is no great struggle. So that's why I came back, and that's why I left Romania. Okay? I know you guys all wanted to hear why I left Romania. What manner of idiocy would bring me back to Canada? Okay, so here's what happened, man. I didn't know what would come up in the next 2 years. I was like, fuck it, I don't know. Sorry. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is just do nothing, and it will just take care of itself. Well, I met the monster, and it came. And the monster I call my extended family. Okay? So if you can imagine, as you guys know, I'm a Canadian citizen who was born in the United States, and so I'm a dual citizen. But before that, I come from a third country, and I call my compatriots my people, but I also call them my extended family, because that's really what they are. And so I met them. Please let me step back a bit. I'm pretty sure I met them. I'm gonna have to explain this to you. And they are pretty tough people, pretty insistent, and yeah, they terrorized me. And they had the fucking Canadians, the petty people in the world who have to go out and, like, if you were being followed around by the government, there would actually have to be people who follow you around. The footwork has to be done by somebody, and so they actually had these Canadians. They're doing the footwork, and it looks like they're responsible, but they're not. They're scared shitless of my compatriots. They're scared, and they don't know what to do, and they're in a very serious situation. And I understand that now. I don't excuse all the behavior, but they're trying very, very hard. They're trying their hardest to be really nice to me. And it is, I've been absolutely terrorized multiple times, and they've been coming after me. Like every 3 weeks, they like clockwork. And they just told me yesterday, no, they told me on Wednesday. I counted the days, and they said, yep, we're coming in 2 weeks with the next thing. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be fucking bad, something terrible and terrifying. And I really don't, I don't want to get into that too much right now, but they told me about my blog. One of the things they told me, we had a long discussion, my friends. We had 2 long discussions, and the first one, they explained a lot of things to me, and they really just wanted to talk to me and show me some stuff. And then in the second discussion, they told me a lot more, and they expressed some other shit. And they say they were like really pissed off. But they said they weren't, but I don't know. I think they were. But part of, they say they didn't care, but they told me some stuff. And one of the things we discussed, they mentioned my blog. Okay. And they said that the daily readership, this is why I'm nervous. Because from now on, this will be my blog replacement. So you guys can know me a little bit better, who I really am. My opinions. You can see me, sit with me and have a beer. They told me, okay, so my daily readership on my blog was 687,000. It averaged every day. And everybody seems to be like a radical, politically radical. And they said, like, well, they started out, before they said that, they said, you might want to consider deleting my blog. And I said, why? And I said, you guys don't like my blog? And they said, no, it's not that, it's just, they said 6, oh god, okay, they said some of you guys out there took to heart my fury at some people, and apparently some people got hurt, and that could be traced directly back to my blog, which is like kind of like, holy shit. So that's kind of like one of those things where it's like, some people will come and hurt you, people come and hurt me, and so I complain to you guys, and you went and hurt them back. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing, because they broke the law, and you guys enforced the law. And those people were wrong. Okay, so that's just to be point on a moral point. But I don't know. There's just that, and then I said, I don't know. And they said, well, the daily readership is 687,000 people. So, in consideration of that, I just thought, and everything I had written on it before, I thought I could just get rid of it for now. For those people that would like to read it in its entirety, it has been copied and printed out by a lot of people. So, the casual curiosity seeker, it's not available for them. And I'll talk about that more later. For now, I'm going to end this video and say, nice to chat with you guys. I apologize if this is shaky. And if you don't like alcohol, yeah, I drink a lot, like a fish swims. So, maybe you can forgive me. Anyway, I'm going to have to time out here for my battery. And it's 20 minutes, so... anyway, I'm alive and well, and let me see, not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday, I'll report in, or before then, I'll make another video about it. I'll let you guys know about whatever they do, or whatever happens, Hopefully it's nothing, but yeah, I don't know, it's just something terrible to look forward to. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.